Iran is already a disruptive player in various scenes in the Arab world, whether in Yemen, in Syria, in Iraq, in Lebanon, in Palestine, in Bahrain. And so ending the fear of Iran developing weapons of mass destruction is not going to be the end of the troubles that we're having with Iran.
Speaking of those troubles, the Americans seem to be accepting Iranian backing for the Iraqi ground forces fighting ISIS. Is there an alternative?
There is. The Iraqi people. There is a record of that, of course, when Al-Qaeda was the main enemy during the American occupation of Iraq. It was the Arab tribes, Sunni tribes, that managed to get rid of Al-Qaeda. So that's where it should be going.
But do you think more should be done to get Iran out of the picture in terms of the fight against ISIS?
Now it seems that Iran is expanding its occupation of Iraq, and that is unacceptable.
Saudi Arabia has agreed to train and help with this train and equip program that the Americans have now decided to do to build up the Syrian rebels.
Yes.
Doesn't it infuriate you that 200,000 lives had to be lost before the Americans finally listened to your call to arm the Syrians?
Well, it's not just the Americans. It's the whole world. There seems to be a plot on the part of the world community to ignore the suffering of the Syrian people. The Americans are working with us now, as you know, on many issues, not just the training of the Syrians. They're working on the coalition that is fighting Fahish, and I call it Fahish, not Daesh, because in Arabic Fahish means obscene. And of course exchange of intelligence and other such activities. So while they have been reluctant, if not downright obstinate, in not providing the necessary wherewithal to help the Syrian people, they have been cooperating.
But even now, these men are being trained to fight ISIS, not Assad. Does that bother you?
Well, it depends who's talking. Inevitably, I believe fighting ISIS, or Fahish as I prefer to call it, is fighting Assad. It is because of Assad's treatment of his people that Fahish has taken advantage of the situation and intruded itself in the fighting there. So the enemy is both Fahish and Bashar al-Assad.